Yes. I said last time in the video games pickup video that the next time I did one of these, there will be a new shelf. And here it is. The shelf is here. This is actually my first time officially doing a video since everything's been set up. We did do a whole video of building the shelf. So if you guys have not seen that, definitely check that out. But without further ado, hello everyone. My name's MONADO Max. I didn't do an intense intro like I normally do because enough said, you don't really need an intro after this right here. But if you did not hear before, we are doing a video games pickup video. Now this is probably going to be one of the longest videos I've ever made and probably the longest pickup video because I went crazy. Well, if you really think about it, it's not going to be as bad because this is all my June, July, and pretty much August pickups. And you got to consider a few things. June and July, I had 3 trips, all video game related, so kind of makes sense why I have such a pickup video. I have the Too Many Games haul, I have a Southeast Game Exchange haul, I have all the video game stores that I went throughout those trips, not to mention Limited Run, all of this. So a birthday, all that type of stuff. So we have a lot of pickups for today's video, and I am excited to show y'all and build up this awesome shelf, which some of this it's actually already on the shelf, like this Xenoblade display right here. I got very happy to have that, and that's pretty much it that's on the display that I got, like the Mario, Toy Mario, Micro Mario, whatever it is from the Mario vs. Donkey Kong series. But let's show off some games. I got one PlayStation 5 game, and that is this right here. Now, if y'all don't know, I am a huge Troy Baker fan. Troy Baker is in this game. Not only that, Roger Clark is in this game, who I just met earlier this year because he plays Arthur Morgan. And I believe this is kind of like inspired by Telltale Games in some way with the choice system from my understanding, if I'm to understand what I was told. It's a very like immersive storytelling game. I heard it's not that great, but I got it for 20 bucks, so I'm really happy to have this because I've been struggling to find this game. Dude, you know it's bad when you just have a whole bag dedicated to just Nintendo Switch games to show off on video. I have more stuff over here too. Now, I know the Switch stuff is what you guys care the most, so we're gonna save that for last because I did actually go ahead and start my GameCube collection. So, I picked up Odama. Now, this is one that I got an extremely good deal on at Southeast Game Exchange. Got this for $30, complete in box with the microphone and the big box. Pretty good condition. I am very pleased with that, and I am excited to start collecting for the GameCube. I got Meteoroid Prime. Now, there seems to be this whole debate in the comments about how I'm saying Meteoroid. I'm noticing that a lot of the comments are saying that it's Metroid. So, I don't know. Metroid is apparently what this game is called. Luke has never done me wrong, though. A lot of y'all are saying that Luke is just trying to catch me slipping and just trying to make fun of me, but Luke has my back. Luke is never wrong, but for this video, I guess I will call it Metroid like y'all said in the comments, because if you look at the comments, a lot of y'all were telling me that's how it said. So, got Metroid for the GameCube. Paid 20 bucks for it, so I was pretty happy with that. The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. I got this, I think it was $50? Y'all gotta see my Southeast Game Exchange GameCube hunting video. By the time this comes out, I might have already released all my Southeast Game Exchange videos. SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. So glad to finally own the original because I had played this game actually at a hospital, but I never got to buy the original. I had like the movie version. I had a lot of SpongeBob games, but this is the one that I was missing, so I'm glad to finally own the original game. And for 15 bucks, that's a really good deal, because I know at one point that game was going up in value. I think it's starting to dip down. That's kind of why I'm starting to get into the GameCube now. Everything's like slowly going back down to normal prices before COVID was a thing when it came to the GameCube. They're still ridiculously high, but I hope to have more GameCube games in the future. Got the Mega Man X collection for $25. I needed to find something to bundle to make the Metroid a cheaper game, so I went ahead and got Mega Man X, and I think I got this for 25 bucks because of that. Scooby-Doo Unmasked. Now, I loved playing a lot of the Scooby-Doo games back in the day, and this is one that I have never played before. So I'm happy to have that into the collection. Wolverine's Revenge. This is one of the best X-Men games out there. I love this game to death. So the fact that I found it on GameCube, I'm very happy about it. And I got it for $5. So very happy about that. Resident Evil 4. Now I got it for 20 bucks. Apparently that's a really good deal. I think I saw this game goes for like $40 now. Kind of thought I paid retail, to be honest, so very happy to have this. So that's kind of how my GameCube collection's starting right now. We're slowly building up to it. I think I got a good start because I have a lot of the big hitters already, like Melee, got Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, got a few of the Sonic games. I have a pretty good collection of GameCube games already, so very happy with how it's starting out to be. All right. I know everyone's wondering about the Nintendo Switch games. We have a lot. I picked up the Nintendo World Championship. I got 2 of these. This is the unsealed one. I wanted a sealed one because I don't know if it's shown on camera, but I have one that's sealed right here because I'm a fan of what's inside of the box. So I wanted to show a lot of the items out on display in my room. But I also didn't want them to really get messed up because, like I said, I am a fan of what this collector's edition has to offer. So I double dipped. My friends think it's stupid, but I am a big fan of what's in this. So that's why I bought 2. I have never bought 2 collector's editions before, but due to the fact that it was so cheap, that's kind of also why I went ahead and did the double dip. This is in no particular order because all of this is like, I won't be able to tell you like, hey, I got this at Too Many Games, Southeast Game Exchange. It's all over the place, so just bear with me. Starting off, we have Lonely Mountains Downhill. Now, I got the opportunity to get this game for a really good deal, so I'm very thankful. The person that I bought this from was actually a couple that actually watched this channel. I got this at Southeast Game Exchange. I'm very thankful for this because I have been looking for this game, but everyone sells this game sealed. I've never been able to find an unsealed copy of the game, and I really want to play this game. And I've been playing it, very fun game. But the reason why I didn't buy it for so long is the fact that it was sealed. So you're paying for a lot more money with the fact that it was a sealed game. I went over this in a video before, how I'm trying to avoid to buy games that are sealed if I'm just gonna open them anyways. And this is one that as I was saying, I've been really enjoying the game, glad I got it, and glad I did not have to buy it sealed, since that would have been a lot more money that was just gonna be thrown out the drain because I was opening it anyway. Nintendo World Championship, we already went over this. A lot of people hated my review on that game. I'm very surprised that that was probably the most negative Monado Max video we've had in a long time in terms of the comments when I reviewed that game. I am surprised. I said it was a good game, but I talked about what I saw, and that was giant missed opportunity. Absolute Drift. Now this is one that I've never seen before. I think I got it for like 20 or 30 bucks and it was sealed. So I was like, you know what? Everyone has been telling me before, because at the time I didn't know what this game was. After showing it off on stream, everyone was saying that what I got here is a really good game. So we're gonna play this on stream at some point. I bought some horror games to prepare for my awesome Halloween streams that I'm gonna be doing in October. Cannot wait. I got Madison, which is apparently a horror game. Fun fact, I have a sister named Madison. That was kind of the main reason why I bought this. And then when I found out it was a horror game, it just was perfect because, you know. Either way, I'm excited to stream this in October. October is going to be a fun time streaming horror games. That's all I'm going to be doing is streaming horror games for the month of October. Then I got this right here, which is apparently a game that starts off in a motel and you're like trapped inside of it. It sounds like the perfect horror story game. So I'm excited to play this in October. Then we picked up Suicide Guy, which I did not know had a physical copy because I also thought that this game you can't buy anymore, which I've been proven that you can still buy the game, but it was at one point delisted on the eShop. I streamed this game and this game sucks. Do not buy it. I saw this too because the cover just reminded me of something from Until Dawn, and I know that when I play this game, it's probably not gonna be half as good as Until Dawn, but it still looked cool, and it was a horror game. Remothered. Never heard of it. It looks like it's a choice-based game from what I was seeing on the back of the cover. It's horror, story-driven game. I was like, you know what? I got this at Too Many Games. I think I paid like 15 bucks for it. For that low of a price for a horror game for the Switch, I had to get it. This is another one that I'd never seen before that now, weirdly enough, after buying this, I'm seeing this game everywhere. Alfred Hitchcock the Vertigo? Yeah, I don't know. I saw this cover and I was like, huh, interesting. I don't know what to get out of that. Then I turned it around and I was like, huh, this kind of looks like it could be a very interesting game. I think this is another thing that I got for $20. And I think what had happened was I was buying another game that I wanted to get cheaper, so I was trying to find something else to bundle it up to make the offer that I was trying to make, and that's why I ended up with this game. Got for closed. Now this is one that everyone had been recommending me to pick up after the fact that I was highly recommending, what was that game called now? Liberated, that's what it was. When I made that review on that game, everyone told me to look into Foreclosed, and I found this at Too Many Games. I think I got it for like 15 bucks. Journey to the Savage Planet. This is another one that I had been looking for, but I was waiting for the right price because every time I saw this at like GameStop, for example, this game was $40. And I was like, this looks like to me it would not be worth $40. And I think once again at Too Many Games, I got this for either 15 or 20 bucks. So I knew this game came out on Switch, but I had no idea that it got a physical release. So when I saw this at Southeast Game Exchange, it threw me off completely. That game being Runbow. Runbow was basically the original Smash Bros. For indie game characters. I know a lot of people are quick to point it to rivals of Ether, is that what that game was called? But that game, in my opinion, I feel like with how Runbow did it, Runbow opened the doors to see so many indie game characters all at once. This to me is the true original Smash Bros. Game for indie game characters. And the funny thing is fighting is not like the main gameplay mechanic of Runbow. Glad to have this in the collection though, especially since it's kind of, to me, a historic item to have. Enclave HD. I've been looking a lot into this game, and this looked like it was going to be a really fun game. So when I saw it at the limited run store, getting a limited run game for a retail price is always a fun time. So I went ahead and picked up this, 35 bucks. Can't wait to play it. And I know there's gonna be someone there in the comments, Max, you own so many games. How are you gonna complete all these games in all this time? And to that I say, at some point it will happen. Little Town Hero. This game, this might be a hot take. I actually know, when I was looking into the game, I think everyone's about to agree with me. I feel like someone in the comments is gonna be like, Max, you have the objectively wrong opinion. If you feel that way, that's fine. Little Town Hero is a game that was horrible because of its battle system. It's like Monopoly, or not Monopoly, Mario Party if it had like a battle system that was like really bad. This game sucks, just to be honest with you. And it stinks because the art style is so cool. When you're playing through the game, you're like, oh, this is gonna be a great game. And then that battle system, oh my gosh, I've never felt so disappointed in my life. In fact, one of the battles took me over an hour live on stream. And me and the whole audience were so confused what was going on. Oh boy, Troll and I. We did a whole video on this too, which you guys can check out too. Y'all should check out that video. Just know that when I bought this off the vendor, dude was so happy. And I didn't know why, because it was just like a $10 game. I understand why he was happy, why that thing was gone out of his booth. Got the Battle Chef Deluxe. Now, this game used to actually be a delisted Nintendo Switch game. And look at this cover. It's like a foil cover. That's pretty cool. This used to be delisted because it was Adult Swim and Warner Brothers. They've been doing some stupid decisions, like they're canceling projects left and right that are already finishing for like tax write-offs. And they shut down Adult Swim Games, I believe, and took down everything. And I think this game's back up. I think the company that developed it bought the rights back, and it's here and lives another day. I think I paid 20 or 25 for this. Like I said, if y'all are looking for the prices of me trying to figure out how much I bought games, y'all should just watch the Too Many Games vlog, Southeast Game Exchange. Those videos are there for that reason. Minecraft Story Mode Season 2. I am so happy to have this game, just due to the fact that Telltale Games, I've said it before, I love Telltale Games. I played every single Telltale game that they were coming out with, and then they shut down. Actually, I take that back. I didn't play Season 2 of the Minecraft, but everything else I did play, and I was so bummed. Like, I was so depressed, guys. I know they're back now, but it's like they're doing IPs that, like, The Expanse. I don't care about that show. I just don't care about it. And Wolf Among Us, I'm pumped for that, but I just have a feeling that Telltale Games is going to be out of business again, and we will never see Wolf Among Us 2. Oh yeah, Little Town Hero came in this big collector's edition box. I was so excited, and then once I played the game, whew, ruiner. Now, if y'all have not seen the journey for me of getting this game from both Too Many Games and Southeast Game Exchange, I think y'all will find it very funny, so watch those videos. This game is phenomenal, and what a unique cover. This is a great game though. Look into this game if you haven't already. Buddy Simulator 1984. This is a game that I picked up at Limited Run that I've been having a blast playing because it's a pretty unique game, to be honest with y'all. This is something that I highly, highly recommend, depending if this is the type of playstyle that y'all like. It's like, it reminds me of old school computer games meets today's technology, with a unique story that can sometimes become a horror game at times, and then you're playing an actual normal game. This game, lots of potential with it. If you haven't already, look into this. River City Girls 2 and River City Girls 0. These are probably going to be games that are going to be very expensive because the first River City Girls is already very expensive, and I have bought that game so many times for people, and for some reason I didn't buy one for myself. It's probably the biggest regret of my life due to the fact that that game is so expensive now, and I have this awesome Switch collection and I don't have that. That's one of the things people ask me, oh, do you have River City Girls? And I'm like, actually, I bought it twice, but not for myself. Oh, this one I'm excited to play. Me and Coleman are going to be playing through this at the same time. The Silver Case. Now, this is a Suda51 game. I think it's a remaster of an original game that came out on PlayStation. Coleman can correct me on this. He's more of a Suda51 fan than I am. I mean, I have my awesome No More Heroes signed by Suda51. Can't tell because he's signed not the greatest right there, but the signature's right there. Trust and believe, trust and believe. And I am going to be playing this. I'm going to be playing more Suda51 games. I think Suda51 is a phenomenal creator, and I'm looking forward to playing whatever this game is that Coleman has picked out for us. Picked up Trash Sailors. Our good friends Love for Retro told me that I will really like this game. Now, when I bought this, I should have been thinking more about it. This is more of a multiplayer game from what it sounded like from what I was told. But why I got this is, well, the cover is very unique, but the back of it kind of reminds me of Flapjack. If y'all remember Flapjack back in the day on Cartoon Network, this art style reminds me if Flapjack had a video game. So I was like, you know what, let me pick that up. Oh, this one was a big deal for me. The Walking Dead final season. I have been searching for this game physically for years. This has been my #1 most wanted Switch game at the time when I found this. And I found this the day before Too Many Games over at Classic Game Junkie. That store, I had a blast going to their locations. I don't know if the video's out yet. If they're not out yet, you'll see it soon. We did to both of their locations, 2 separate videos coming, and so happy to have this in my collection now. Because y'all already know it, but I love The Walking Dead. Towerfall! Now this is one that me and my friends at Southeast Game Exchange were having an absolute blast. Now, I don't know what's going on. They're all of a sudden saying that they didn't like this game, but I'm telling you now, I think it's cap. I think it's cap. If they hated the game so much, we would have switched it a long time ago. And something that I noticed is we played Towerfall longer than we did Mario Party, Smash Brothers, and whatever else that we played that weekend. I think they just don't like the fact that I found a game and want to say that, Max found a good game. That's just my theory though. Me and my friends had a blast. If they don't like it, that's fine, but they did have a blast. They can't deny Towerfall. Look into this. Best multiplayer game out there for friends. Disco Elysium. Now, I know that this is kind of one of those games that is, for me, hard to find. Every time I've seen this at GameStop, the cover, the case, it's like questionable things have happened to that case. We'll just leave it at that. And when I don't know why it's always been it's this and Cave Story. I can't ever find those games in good condition. I found this at Love 'Em for Retro. They had it for $20, which is cheaper than what I've seen it at most places. I see it go for like $30 to $40. So I was like, you know what? I'm finally going to pull the trigger, and this looks brand new, so I'm very happy about it. So my good friend Captain Alex, we're gonna show his socials right now. Check him out on Twitter. He makes Pro controllers and Joy-Cons. He's got his whole business. I believe it's called Cosmic Controllers. He's got a store in Florida, and he's got an online store. I have bought Joy-Cons from him last year, Spider-Man ones, because I love Spider-Man to death. So to have Spider-Man and Nintendo, it was just boom. And then I asked to see, hey, you should make a Shulk controller. And then he was like, I was like, huh, interesting. I wonder why he said that on Twitter to me. And then I showed up at his booth at Too Many Games. He's like, hey, guess what? I made that Shulk controller. And look, guys, it's a Shulk Pro controller. Now I just gotta find Shulk Joy-Cons. Maybe he can make Shulk Joy-Cons. Wait a second. Oh my gosh, should I put that there right in front of, bro, that's actually kind of peak, but I'm gonna be using the controller a lot. So does it make sense for, bro, that's kind of peak though. That looks perfect right there. I bought the Mario soundtrack for $10. This is the 25th anniversary. I don't know the origin story of how this thing came to be, why it was being sold, but if you guys in the comments know, please let me know. It's got 10 tracks, and we were in Pennsylvania, and I put this into the car. My mom was incredibly annoyed, but I was like, Mom, we have to listen to the Mario soundtrack. And 10 minutes in, she was incredibly annoyed by it. And then I was like, well, I kind of thought we were going to listen to this for 8 hours straight on the way back to North Carolina, but unfortunately, did not happen. Oh, I'm still on my Game Boy phase, so I bought Sonic Battle, The Journey to Find This Game. Oh my goodness. We got it for 30, I think. It's in the Southeast Game Exchange video, so go watch that. Got Super Mario Land 2 for $20. If the camera will start focusing on that, thank you. Then we got Wario Land. It was either $5 or $10 that I paid for. Everyone's saying that the Wario Land thing was an extremely good deal. I don't know too much about Game Boy games and what they're worth, so got Banjo-Kazooie Grunty's Revenge for $20. If it will start focusing on that, please. Oh my goodness, there we go. Got it for $20. I got Wolfden the video game. Wolfden actually gave this to me, so very appreciative towards that. I think he was giving this to a lot of people that was in line to meet him. So this is really cool. It actually has Pokemon Yellow in it, but I might have this out on display somewhere. Donkey Kong Country, I think was $10. They just want to focus on me. I mean, y'all can see what this is clearly. Y'all not going to be in the comments. I swear, there better not be no one in the comments that's like, Max, please show me Donkey Kong Country. It's not like that I've seen the game for 30 years now. Please show me that exact copy that you own. I got Kirby's Nightmare and Dreamland. I think this was $10 also. Then I got Super Mario Land. I am a big fan of this game. Love it on my 3DS not Super Mario 3D Land. I mean, I like that one too, but I played this game through the virtual console on the 3DS, loved it to death, and to now own the actual game. I love this game so much. I think it's kind of like a mid Mario game for most people, but for me, I think that was peak Mario. Certainly better than Mario Odyssey. I'm joking. God, Jesus. For some reason, I bought a 3DS game, Mario Party the Type 100. I eventually want to complete the first party 3DS lineup. That is going to be something that will be done years from now, but I already have a decent amount of first party Nintendo 3DS games, so we'll see when I decide to go for that set. Right now, I'm kind of focused on my Game Boy, my GameCube, and maybe every now and then I'll dive into the 3DS. Tetris Effect Connected. First off, look at that cover. That cover is sick. I bought this game because I kind of got finessed, I'm not gonna lie. I thought for the longest time Coleman had played this game, and if I'm understanding him correctly, he had not played this game. He just made a joke. He did play it, but it was nowhere near as peak as he made it out to be. But apparently people like this. I'm going to give it a try. I just think it's going to be Tetris. I played it on PlayStation VR, and I didn't see the hype, but maybe with it being on the Switch, it might be better. Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. This is one that I had been looking for, that I didn't want to pay a ridiculous amount of money for, so I actually traded my Skylanders Imaginators that I found, a duplicate copy, and got this, so I didn't pay any money for it. If anything, I paid $20 since I bought Skylanders Imaginators for $20. As my stream pointed out, what I should be calling this game, Void Basketballs. This is apparently a very good game. My stream went crazy when they found out that I picked up this game, and people were telling me they didn't even know this came out for the Nintendo Switch. So looking forward to playing this because it looks like it's like that comic book style that I love to play, that I talked so much about Liberated, and everyone was saying why I would like the other game that we showed, for Closed, I think is what it was called. So more comic book style games to be played. Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz HD. I know this game sucks, but I got it for $5 and I was like, you know what? For $5, I'll bring that into my collection. Kingdom Hearts Melody, or Chain of Melody, is that what it's called? Melody of Memory. I got this for $12. I still can't believe that. This is the only Kingdom Hearts game out there on the Switch that isn't cloud gaming, which is kind of sad. SteamWorld Dig 2, this is complete with the poster. Very happy to have this. I just need to find the other SteamWorld games. I know that Super Rare Games made that. That's another thing that I'm gonna have to look for, that I don't want to pay for a sealed price, but everyone sells that game sealed, so maybe someday I'll be able to find it. Blade Strangers, this is another one that I've been looking for that I'm so glad to finally own. This is a game that has a bunch of indie game characters in it. It's basically like the 2D style fighting game. It's got Shovel Knight in it. That's why we own it. It's actually got quotes from Cave Story, so me and Coleman should play this and battle it out for our Shovel Knight versus quote rivalry to come to an end. I'm all about owning historic things when it comes to gaming. That's why I owned Night Trap on the Switch. I own so many other weird things for the Switch, and this next one is a weird title to own, which is why I'm keeping it sealed, because I don't want to play this game, but it's still something that is historic, that is not supposed to be released. So the fact that it got released, kind of cool, but it's still a very weird game. You shouldn't play this game. Don't play this game. Plumbers Don't Wear Ties. It's got a cover. That's an interesting cover. Not playing the game. Don't care about it. But I do care about owning, like I said. I mean, that's, what was the thing that I was talking about that was historic? Rumbo. I would put that as historic too if you looked into the history of the game and how it's not supposed to be released. And like the Suicide Game Collection. I think that's kind of historic to own since it was delisted off the shop at one point. Deadly Premonition. I can't say that word. I know the word, but I can't say it for some reason. Deadly I know it, okay? Y'all are just gonna have to deal with it. Got the Origins, so now I can finally play this game. This will be probably a part, I think it's horror, I think. I mean, it looks scary, or it doesn't look scary, but it looks like it takes place in a scary world. Oh, this one I'm excited about. Call of Cthulhu.
Oh my god, Call of Cthulhu. It's called Call of Cthulhu, Max.
This is another horror game that I have been searching for that I can never find. Now that I finally found it, I think I got it for 15 bucks. Very happy. This is probably, this and Alien Isolation are going to be like the first two games that I play for that horror stream most likely. And the Blair Witch. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. I was kind of surprised by the response to that video. I thought this would have been more controversial than the Nintendo World Championship review, but people actually had my back for this one. Owlboy. My good friend Toaster Dog always talks about how great this game is. I think he owns a collector's edition that's actually signed by the developers, I think, or it's signed by someone. So I'm glad to finally own this game and see if it's great. Cartoon Network Battle Crashers. Now this is one that I have been wanting for years and years and years. I just didn't want to put up a crazy amount of money. I love Cartoon Network. This has a lot of what I grew up on, at least in my Cartoon Network era. It's still missing some classics in there, but it has the era that was very key to me in my life. So to have a game that has all of that in here, I'm excited to play it. I know it's Game Mill Entertainment. Sometimes they make good stuff, sometimes they don't. Got it for $5, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. Picked up Double Switch. Now, this looks like it could be potentially fun. Kind of reminds me of The Bunker, which was something that Limited Run made the physical for before. That sucked, to be honest with you, but it was fun to stream. And I think this will be one of those things that will be a fun streaming experience. I don't know. The cover's unique. I think I got it for like 20 bucks, so I can't be too mad. I got this right here. Gonna be honest, I've never seen this before. Looked like a cool cover art. It's a roguelike game from what I think the person that I bought it from was saying. The gameplay looks unique, at least the best it can look in terms of unique. Figured we'll give it a shot. I think this was $20 too. Got Max and the Curse of the Brotherhood. Now, I thought this game was exclusive to the Xbox at one point, so kind of crazy to see this come out for the Nintendo Switch, but I've always seen this game for Xbox and thought that this looked like it would be a fun game. And I might have been like, oh, it's a game with my name. I need to own this. Pokemon Shield. Got this for 30 bucks. I figured, hey, this is the last Pokemon game I need for my collection. Other than the DLC expansion ones, I need to get those eventually since they have the DLC on cartridge and it's a new physical copy. I need to find those eventually. That's an additional 4 games that I'm about to get. But yeah, I'm trying to get all the first party Nintendo Switch games, so happy to have this. Now this one I regret picking up because I just found out that this game is actually in the collection and I didn't realize that. I got Oddworld Stranger's Wrath. Now, this one is in the Oddworld collection that I already own. So this is kind of like, it's not exactly useless because it's another physical game that I don't own, but I kind of own it in the collection. I don't know. I didn't know that at the time because I knew there was one Oddworld game that came out for the Switch that isn't in that bundle, and I thought this was the one. So, I got Lumo over here. This is one that I've never seen before out in the wild, and it looks like it's going to be a unique puzzle game that is supposed to be kind of in a scary world, but not exactly scary. I don't know. I figured for 10 bucks, let's give it a try. And then the last video game, I think that's all the pickups. Gotta remember, I've been holding this back for like months. I couldn't put any of this into my shelves or anything because of this video. But I'm pretty sure this is everything. Hopefully it is. If not, oh well. Oh, I got some amiibos. Zelda amiibos. I don't know where they are. I'm not showing you because I'm not looking for them. I got 5 Zelda amiibos. I got Ocarina of Time and then the 4 the Divine Beast things. That's what I'm thinking of. But this last Switch game is a great Switch game that I've also been looking for that I have never been able to find it for the right price. And today, I did find it for the right price. I picked up Grizz for $40. Everywhere I've seen this game, it was 60 bucks. It's sealed, so it kind of stinks to own a sealed copy, but I'm definitely, since it's only $40 I paid for, I will definitely be unsealing that. I've talked about, or I've heard about how great this game is. I've talked about it with friends and they were like, Max, you're going to enjoy this game. You got that for a really good deal. Guys, that is my video game pickups for the month. I want to know what y'all are thinking. What did y'all think of my pickups? What was your favorite? We obviously got a lot of crazy Nintendo Switch games like Minecraft Story Mode, Baldur's Gate, Grizz, lots of stuff right there. A lot of hidden gems right there. And yeah, I am kind of on a game buying freeze. So I don't think there'll be another pickup video for a bit. I'm probably going to wait a few months, let this build up into something nice, and we'll do another long video like this. Let me know y'all's pickups in the comments down below. Let's talk. Let's communicate. All of us like talking about what we pick up in the comments, so I like reading it. I might not respond, but I definitely see every comment. Guys, I've been talking for way too much. Make sure to backslash that subscribe button, like the video, check out the YouTube channel, check out the Twitter, check out everything in that description, Discord, Instagram, become a MONADO Marine, $5 a month, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope this shelf was worth the wait. Oh, I picked up that. It lights up. Look at that. Is that cool? I need to figure out how to make it look really nice. But yeah, got that. Woo! I think that's everything. It's gonna be weird if that wasn't everything, but it's enough for a video. See you guys.